The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Nadex Options Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Bull Bear Nadex Options Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We have the Dow Industrials up 234. You got the Nasdaq up 58. S&P's up 21. Gold contract down $4.30, trading at $11.91 an ounce. We have silver down 25 cents, $14.46 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 22 cents, $73.47. That good old light sweet crude, folks, going after the 75 number. Notes and bonds, you get the 10-year note down 3 ticks, trading out at 118.22. 30-year bond down 13 at 140.03. And good old King Dollar. King Dollar is flat, 94.750. The euro is trading at 1.16 to 1 U.S. dollar. The yen is out here trading at 113.96 to 1 U.S. dollar. What's going on, Tom?
Good Monday morning. How we doing?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Doing well. We got a few things happening in the market, that's for sure.
Oh, let's start with GE. So GE, folks, okay, this is going to get really weird, man, because what you have with GE is this. You know, Flannery was there for a year. They canned Flannery. Stock's up $1.46. What we had out here last week is that you got into the highs of the lows. And the lows we're talking about is the 9th, 2009. And, you know, we've been talking about the aspect of their accounting. And, you know, bottom line, what you had out here this morning, folks, okay, so about 3 months ago, they wrote off $15 billion. This morning, they wrote off, I believe, $25 billion. And this morning one, the $23 billion they wrote off this morning. Now, this morning one will be easier, but the SEC is still going to look at it because it's goodwill that they wrote off from when they bought the power company. Bottom line, this ain't the end, man. I mean, this is pretty intense. You know, there's an article out here, Tom, that from the highs to the lows, I think their market cap has gone down $1 trillion. Right, there it is right there. Yeah, which is $600 billion. Okay, so
yeah, okay, yep.
Isn't that intense, man?
It is quite intense. It is. When you think about that, the only reason I knew it wasn't $1 trillion is just because we only have $1 trillion company right now, right? And that's Apple. But they were pretty close, and they've lost pretty much all of it, which is remarkable. Yeah,
and I mean, my take, folks, is that's not over because they still have the legacy issues. You know, bottom line is that. Flannery was already there 30 years, so you know we'll see how the rest of this shakes out. They got some big problems. Now let's go to Tesla, right?
Yeah, quite a headline breaking over the weekend, definitely.
Yep. I mean, what you have with Tesla, folks, is that bottom line is that Elon Musk didn't take the deal from the SEC, I guess last Thursday. Friday they said, okay, you don't take the deal, we're gonna come after you. And over the weekend, they decided to take the deal. And the deal is he gives up being the chairman, I believe, for 3 years.
Yes.
And then they get two more independent, supposedly independent directors coming in. You know, because the reason I'm saying supposedly is that what's going on is that the directors that are there now they are the ones that are going to pick, number one, the chairman. So, you know, there's the yin and the yang. Some people are saying, okay, nothing's going to change because they allowed the board themselves to pick the chairman plus the new folks coming in. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
But he's got to come up with $20 million himself. So that's quite an expensive tweet, right?
I don't know. You could almost be sarcastic because literally it's a meaningless number to him. So. That was my take, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Well, no, I'm with you because he got so much money. You're saying, right?
I mean, he's worth like tens of billions of dollars.
Right.
I mean, that's literally $0 in terms of. So aren't punishments supposed to have like an effect of impact? That's my, so that's pretty much a meaningless number in terms of 20 million.
No, I get it. I get it.
That would be like any normal person paying a $2 fine. You'd laugh at it. So in his mind, that's the same feeling he's got,
It's going to be wild watching this thing shake out, no doubt.
It will. It will. Let's see if he'll be under a little bit of a microscope though. So I imagine any more. And what do you do next, right? In terms of, as in, hopefully that is kind of his warning, and he realizes, because I imagine next time he will be out as an executive of any publicly traded company for a while if he does that.
No, I know that's what I'd like to see. I think that's what everyone would like to see. I mean, the reality is we know he's a bright guy, and it'd be great if the whole thing worked. That's the bottom line. There's no doubt. That being said, folks, okay, don't buy the stock. The stock is not tested yet the 244 mark, and that high volume low wants to get tested. So we'll see how this shakes out. There's no doubt that publicity-wise, he did a good job over the weekend. I mean, they had Tesla owners hustling cars to people. I mean, the stories that are on the Bloomberg are like, oh my God, like the Tesla bull army is out there. So
yeah,
we'll see where it shakes out. Let's go take a look at the good old King Dollar here. So if we take a look at King Dollar, last week it tries to get to highs, couldn't handle price. This week we'll see whether we can get over. The high last Friday was 94,985. We got to 94,950, back down. The volume is tremendously lighter. So in that case, bottom line, it's going to be a lot harder holding price. Apple, let's go into the NDX, because inside the NDX, the strength out here are the chips once again. Well, look at Tesla. Tesla's up 16%. Mercado Libre is up 3%. NVIDIA is up 2.6%. And I believe NVIDIA, that's got to be approaching all-time highs again. It just blew them away. So all-time high is 285.22, I believe, and we're at 288. Yeah. All-time high today. There's some divergence, too, man, in this chip market, because, you have NVIDIA all the way up there. Now, watch, you go to Intel, and Intel just went the opposite way. Intel just came from 57 to 46. Pretty wild, man. It looks like we got a deal with Canada and Mexico.
The
new
NAFTA.
A new NAFTA. At least, what did happen is that it seems like inside it we got about another 3 or 4% that has to be parts have to be made in the United States. Other than that, it's almost just a new name on 3 or 4 of the larger aspects of it. If we go over and we take a look at Apple, Apple's going for an all-time high also. So high in Apple, 229.67. We hit 229.42. Man, if we go over to the cannabis space, this is just good old Tilray, man.
Where are we at today in Tilray?
$160, up $17. There you go. Pretty wild. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are going to be coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 256. Nasdaq's up 55. S&P's up 21. Coming right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Tom and Tommy O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow up 237, Nasdaq's up 52, S&Ps are up 20, and I'm sure that when we go over to this good old Dow Industrials, Tom, to see what is the move, my understanding is that Boeing is at new all-time highs, and there you go. So Boeing is putting 33 positive points into the Dow. You get United Health 22, Apple 19. In fact, there's only one equity that is in the red. And that's Intel. Intel is putting 3 negative points into the Dow Industrials. That's pretty intense, man. Let's see this for a second. So, Boeing, yep, new all-time high, $377.99. It's been trying to get over this since June 7th, and you're launching it. Pretty intense. Now, the only indice out here thus far this morning, folks, okay, that seems to be having a hard time is the small caps. You know, the IWM, you know, bottom line is that it caught a bid up to 169.32, but no action there. So we'll see where the rest of that does shake out. If we go over to, we take a look at Canada, their currency's just bottom line, 3 days, it went from 130 Canadian dollar to $1 US to 128. So that baby has got stronger. I suspect if we go to Mexico too, let's take a look at their peso. Their peso also got stronger. So the peso just went from 19 pesos to $1 US to 18.50. So what do you think, Tom? All-time highs, October 1st. Here we come.
Yeah, and it's still like 90+ degrees in Tampa. Maybe we'll get some cooler weather. But this market's hot. It's hot here. I don't know. We got and it's just been good news for the market in general in terms of trade agreements, in terms of good news for Tesla, right?
Yep.
Maybe that's good news for even GE in terms of, obviously, you know, Flannery, he had quite a short leash for 12 months. I mean, my feeling every time I saw something was, man, this guy is probably on like a 3 to 5 to 7 year plan, right? In terms of everyone just kind of, but the board was pretty quick to say we're not going to let this thing go to zero. And I
Yeah.
heard some good analysis even this morning talking about the board governance of a company like GE, where they came in and pulled the plug immediately on, obviously they're continuing to have those write-downs and so forth, versus a company like Tesla that has to have the SEC step in to control their CEO and chairman, which is really not how it's supposed to be.
Right. Right.
So it's intriguing to see the two of those side by side.
Yeah, and we'll see. You know, like I just pulled up the GE, not only the chairman now. The tenure there. Here, let me just do it this way, because I'm curious as to how long he was actually on the board too.
And who is that? Flannery you're talking about?
No, the new chairman.
Oh, okay.
You know, because of the fact that, yeah, he might have been brand new on the board too. Yeah, maybe a year. Because of the fact that, you know, this has been going on a long time. You don't have to, you know, so we know that they wrote down, let's see, 25, but they wrote down 40 billion within the last 7 months, 25 of it today. That's pretty intense, man. I mean, you know,
Yes.
and I suspect there's going to be more. And what happens with the SEC? Now, this is what you're going to. Today's, as I said a little bit earlier, it is a little bit easier to write down goodwill. But what's supposed to happen, and what goodwill is this? Let's say when they bought this power company, folks, right? They bought inside the buy, and I forget how much they bought it for. But let's say they bought it for 100 billion. 25 billion of that was just for their name. Now, what's supposed to happen is that if, in fact, the company is making less money, you're supposed to be writing that down over the course of time. But I think that's a lot harder to prove than what they did on the last one, and that was the insurance issue, that they knew they had to pay more money out than they had, so they had to write it down, you know. But I think they're going to have more problems. And I guess the real kick is going to be, does this new CEO get into it really quick and write them all down, you know?
Yes.
We'll see, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty intense, though, isn't it? I mean, really.
No, it is.
I guess
the new
what's so
CEO. Go ahead. Where are you?
Well, what's so intense about it is that GE had such a great name. It's like, oh my God, this is like,
Yeah.
you know, that's the thing that, even though my take is that, yeah, we're going lower and that there's other issues out there, you can see, folks, that this can happen to any company at any time. That's the bottom line. You know, you don't get people watching that company, forget it, man. You know,
So the new guy, Culp, right, who's the CEO and the chairman.
Yes.
He was at Danaher, right? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes, that's how. Yeah.
So he was there from 2000 to 2014, and while he was there, the company's share price rose fivefold.
Yeah.
2000 2014. So you know he has some turnaround experience. And I believe I heard also somebody say that in the time he was there, they did not have a single write-down, which has to do with, I think, managing, you know, expectations, accounting, so forth.
Sure.
And that's the part that, you know, maybe the board was saying, you know, hold on, we can't have these types of surprises where it's like, oh, hold on, we had $24 billion in the books, now it's gone.
Yeah.
That's really tough when you're a board to probably accept, and it should be, because those surprises are not supposed to come. You know, that's supposed to be a one-off type deal, an anomaly type deal, right? Not business as usual.
Right.
So that was probably a big portion of what happened.
Yeah. And I just pulled up Danaher. This is quite a chart, man. 2008, $17 stock. Right now, it's $109 stock. And what is good about this, and I suspect, so they design, manufacture, market professional, medical, industrial, commercial products. So, you know, bottom line is that GE has a big medical division too. So
yes.
that's a good setup.
Yeah.
67,000 employees, and then GE has 313,000 employees.
Yeah, and that's what, you know, just to bring it back to the corporate governance, because it's been such a big issue, whether you look at, you know, Win a year ago, right, in terms of corporate governance. And some analysis I heard this morning, again, on Bloomberg, early this morning, just talking about this is why you have, you know, really strong independent directors on your board, so that they can even step in a time like this.
Yes.
You know, it's not supposed to be a name and a face. And this is a great example, and hopefully they do have that turnaround, because it's supposed to be something that those people are you know, geniuses in their own right. If you're a lead director of a company, you know, of the board of a company like GE, you're supposed to have the ability to run that company on your own, probably, right?
Yes, or at least run the board and get someone in there.
Yeah, and even right, and at least get somebody in there. But even better in this case, they had a guy who said, you know what, man, I'm just going to jump in here and yeah, because he was the lead director, and he said, "This."
I got it. I didn't know his lead. That's cool, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, so this is like a perfect example of how corporate governance really is supposed to work. That you have a lead director that says, you know, hold on a second, I've been a CEO, I've been a chairman. This is not what's supposed to be happening.
Right.
I'm going to do this job. And maybe he does it for 2 years and finds somebody else, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who knows?
No, totally.
He's a young guy, too, in terms of,
he
I
is.
think he's 55.
Yeah, 55.
Yeah, 55. So he could be there for a good 5 or 10 years without any worries, I'm sure, if things really started to rock and roll.
Yep. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials up 252. NASDAQ is up 52. S&P is up 21. Come right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get 'em, folks.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
Monday, September 24th, TFNN is launching a new updated version of our website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, and starting Monday, you'll be able to experience the new and improved TFNN website. If you're a current subscriber, don't worry, your subscription will be automatically transferred. The new TFNN.com will allow much easier access to all your account and subscription information. Get ready for the new TFNN.com, educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Tom and Tommy O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. So we get a Monday, Tom. It's the beginning of October. Let's go take a look at good old Bitcoin. And what does happen, folks, inside the Nadex platform, if you haven't test drove it yet, you can do that by coming over to our website at TFNN. Hit that banner, bring it up. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account. You can walk with us as we trade these defined option contracts. Now, what does happen is that on the Kicking off this morning, you have weeklies as well as monthlies out here. And, you know, bottom line is that last week, you know, you had, well, we had a low out here last week of 6,300, 6,329, the high of 67. When we go to the deal of an actual monthly, let's see, so September, that's interesting. Yeah, so on the monthly last week, we had some action. Last month, we had 73.27 as the high and 61 as the low. You there, Tom? Oh, I'm not sure. Okay, so let me move on here.
You got me?
Yeah, I get you now. I get you now.
Okay.
Okay,
Apologies.
cool.
That was my. So we started September at around 7,300 and ended at around 6,700. It seems like we've been floating at that 66, 6,700 for a while. Even just looking at your chart that you have up there, pretty tight trading range. And as
Yes.
we've seen in the past, right, we sit there for a couple weeks and then boom, before you know it, we're at 8,500 and then we're back down. We're at 10,000 almost in April and then back down. I feel like the market's getting poised for some type of a move, but it's just kind of like which way it wants to pop.
No, there's no doubt. And what has happened, which is kind of intriguing actually, is that the low was established out here, well, the low thus far, on the 29th of June. And that low, 5,700. The next low was 58.87. The next low, 61.08. So you can make the case that you have three higher lows, but what you don't have is any higher highs. That's, you know, if you got a higher high simultaneously, then you can make the point that, okay, we may have some upward action inside the Bitcoin market. You know, if we go back to our own S&P out here today, what we definitely have going is that you get the first of the month, the NAFTA come in right. Bottom line is that they bought it, and we'll see whether this thing can hold. Let me just see. The Dow, not at a new high yet, but wants to tag it, which is 26,769, right next to it. The composite, the September 5th number in the composite is going to, you know, it's over it right now, but that's the number you want to watch, folks, which is 8,077. And then the NDX. So the NDX right now, that high is 76.91, and we're over it. So this will be interesting with the NDX. I mean, the bottom line is that we'll see if that baby wants to get stretched again. And what you do have out here today is that, you get Tesla basically putting some big juice into it. The Qs were at, they went over the high by 2 pennies, and right now they're slightly underneath it. So kicking into May, same type of Sherwin-Williams green paint is out here.
Yeah, and the news is behind it. So we'll see if it. We'll see what kind of news this week brings us.
Yeah.
Of course, lots of politics last week, but we're going to see that kind of carry into the end of this week, I think, as well.
Yeah, no doubt. And then if we go to Amazon, 2,050 is the number to keep your eye on. That's the high. We're 2,027. And the way Amazon's trading, it's already into the low of the high. So it's, you know, basically your probability is pretty good that it can get up and get into that level. Pretty amazing, man. There's no doubt about it. You know,
and that price point, just to recall, is exactly their $1 trillion mark as well. I believe it's 2,050 and 37 cents puts them at $1 trillion, and they eke that out by 13 pennies to
Okay.
So 2,050, 37 puts them at $1 trillion, which is basically right. They touched it and then sold off.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what you have happening is, so we're 1.1 million today, and going into 5.7. It's still early in the day. I mean, you get an hour and a half. Well, we know we get an hour and 5 minutes into the bar. This baby can hit, you know. And what is intriguing is that if we go overseas for a second, we take a look at the DAX in Germany, you'll see that, you know, you're up 111, but it's still weak. You know, the DAX, the high was generated out here at 13,200. We're 12,300. That high was 5 months ago. If we go into the FTSE, that's at 7,500. 74.95. That high was 79.03. And it seems like there's, I guess the next thing down the barrel here, Tom, is going to be this Brexit. I mean, you got, well, March 29th is the deadline, folks. They're leaving March 29th. When I was coming into work this morning, I guess the Tories basically having their big, get together, and the battle lines are getting more solid on both sides. We'll see where this does shake out, though, when all's said and done.
I was reading about it a little bit this weekend. It's just intriguing to talk about that. I mean, they're not far off from where they were the moment that referendum passed. What is that, like a year ago at this point?
2 years.
Yeah. So
I know.
It's when you put it in that context, and now we're 4 to 5 months away from the hard deadline, and there's been almost zero progress in the many, many, many months, if not years, that they've had. That should wake a few people up. Right?
It's bizarre. Yeah. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. I mean, when I heard that this morning, it was almost like, wow, hold it. Maybe there won't be a Brexit. It's like, okay, is something going to get twisted so dramatically? Do you know what I mean? That they're going to say, okay, no, now we need another vote. We need this. We need that. It's like, it's hard to comprehend. And then, I'm not quite sure whether that was just a political rally, and that side is saying it, versus what they were talking about is that they were talking about Theresa May not being so powerful, and she's getting weakened by this by the day, basically. But
as I've said many times, she has a very weak position to negotiate from, because they have to leave,
right?
And like there's really no there's nothing that the European Union needs to give them. Because if no side comes to any deal, Britain loses in all and that they have to go hard Brexit, and the European Union sets a precedent that's very difficult for any other member nations to leave from. So that's a really tough position to negotiate from, when no deal is an automatic loss for your side and almost a win for the other side, right? So you're the only one that kind of has an incentive that has to make concessions to make a deal. And she seems not willing to make a lot of those concessions as of now, and that's where they stand, and that's a really tough position to negotiate from. You have no leverage, essentially. They do have some leverage. They have business. They have, the European Union wants to have trading with them and so forth, but in the grand scheme of things, comparatively, she has much less leverage than the other party, and that's the standstill.
Yeah, no doubt. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming back. We got our man, Mr. Jason Path, coming back with us. And don't forget, Jason kicks us off every trading day right here at 8:30, folks. Morning market kickoff. We have the Dow Industrials up 255, NASDAQ up 47, S&P's up 20. Come right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped, and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Tom and Tommy O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us. We have a couple technical issues, folks, getting Jason on. Don't forget, outstanding show, though, every trading day right here, 8:30 to 9. He also has a great newsletter. The way you can get that newsletter is you come over to our website at TFNN, and you're going to see it right under featured content. The Quantitative Edge, Mr. Jason Path, you can get that for either a month, 6 months, or a year. It does come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So check it out right in the front page of TFNN.
And just as a quick add-on to that, he's got 3 new trades in there this morning. He's always got a plethora of good trades in there, good information. But he does. I was checking it out, doing a little editing, getting it posted early this morning, and he's got a few good trades, and one of them with a pair trade in there as a little teaser. So I encourage people to check it out. New issue every Monday, and then I think he had 2 updates last week throughout the week, but he'll be updating as things come out throughout the week as well.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So the let's go take a look at the futures inside the S&P. So what you have the future market, folks. The high in the S&P futures is 29.47. The low of that is 29.32. We hit the 29.42. And we'll see. Bottom line is that if that baby wants to get that tagged, you know, the last time that we had volume intraday up here is to the 36 level, 29.36. You know, bottom line, what you do have going, what the market has going for it right now in a big way, is news-wise, you get the good news and NAFTA. The amount of money that comes in this market at the beginning of each month, folks. And this is passive money. So window dressing, when you look at this, this is passive money that gets taken out of people's paychecks each and every week, comes into the market at the first of the month. And what happens, the reason that there's a positive bias, is that money managers do not get paid for cash laying in the account. That's the first part. And then the second part is actually larger than that, and what that is that depending on what accounts that, let's say that you got your IRA, Tom, right, and you decide that you put it in a couple certain accounts, right? What happens is that the rules of that account are also saying that if you're a money manager, that you have to have so much of that put into the market versus cash, regardless of what the market's doing.
Sure.
You know, so that's a big deal. You know what I mean? It's
Yes.
like, okay, it's one thing saying that the money manager doesn't get money of management fees, but it's another thing when most funds, they'll have that in their prospectus. Do you know what I mean? As that all
Sure.
times they're going to be, whether it's 70%, you know, in equities, 80%, 60%, you know, they're all different. But they're all very large, too, because the bottom line is that what you don't want to be doing is putting your money into an account, and the rule is one deal. You know, most times you put it into an account, you want your money put to work, right? That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
And
The only thing I'll say to add to that, though, is just to keep in mind that it also occurs on a 2-week rolling basis as well. Like that's how you know, bi-weekly payouts for IRAs, every paycheck that is invested. So monthly is a big deal for sure, but it does roll, and I believe that's how, like a TFNN, we have ours, and
Right.
whether it's an IRA. So it as you know, technology increases everything in terms of pay, in terms of that money being immediately sucked out, put into an IRA account, that money is immediately invested. So it might not be the larger effect that it once used to be in the market, where it is now just a 2-week rolling basis, as opposed to first of the month, which was standard for many years.
yeah, and you know what I wonder, actually, is that I wonder now, I mean, we just happen to get paid every 2 weeks. I wonder if you get paid every week, if it rolls in every week.
I believe so. I
Okay.
believe so, because what happens is that money is taken out of, whether
Right.
it's my paycheck, your paycheck,
Yeah.
and it shows up in that IRA account, not instantly, but it does
Right.
not wait to show up in that account until the first of the month, right? You know, it's put in there probably in like a 3 to 5 day function, right, where you know the money's transferred to whoever, the fiduciary or whatever's going
Yep.
on, but it does show up there. So I'm pretty sure that the moment that money's, you know, taken from your paycheck, the 3 to 5 day period begins, where they just get it into the account, get it invested, get it in there. Yeah.
Well, what are you going to buy? That's right.
That's right.
What are you
That's
going to
right.
buy? So let's go take a look at the GDX. The GDX out here, folks, down 5 cents out here. Now, what we had last week is that, you know, you basically pull back, you're pulling back into the strength from the 11th, from the 17th of September. Dramatically lighter volume. So bottom line is that we'll see whether they can build some cars to get into the price point of 1847. It's just below it right now. 1847 gets you into a higher range, not nothing spectacular, but it does get you into a higher range. You still have the ABX is going to be buying Wrangle. You know, that's what helped the GDX last week. Let's go take a look at Newmont, because Newmont's the second largest weighting. Newmont needs some help. Newmont is laying right near its lows, actually. 29.16 is its low, and we're at 30.13 right now. XAU, HUI, they're set up the exact same way. I like how they're set up. But in both cases, we want them out of here, folks. They had pulled back, you know, with dramatically lighter volume into their strength from how they came off the lows. And that's how lows are made. What our problem was and is inside the gold equities, as well as the gold, physical gold, is there hasn't been zero follow-through since April. You know, so the real kicker is going to be there, okay, you know, until there is, there isn't. That's what it comes down to. And that's going to be about the euro. You know, the euro bottom line right now is at 115. It couldn't handle the 117 area, and so now your lowest swing point in the euro is 115.30, and right now you're at 115.57. So I suspect in that case there, that's got to turn around. You know what we did do. What's going to be intriguing here is to see that, okay, you had the Canadian dollar turnaround, you had the peso, Mexican peso turnaround, but the peso is not inside the dollar index. The yen, if we go over to the yen and look at the yen, the yen, yeah, you look at this, the yen is weak, big time. 130, we're lucky gold's not down $50 with the yen being at 113.97. I mean, you're talking about a straight line move. We were at 110.38 3 weeks ago. And the Nikkei, more than likely, is going to love that. Let me just see the Nikkei for a second. Yeah, the Nikkei. So the Nikkei just went from 22,000 to 24,200 as that yen went up, got weaker by 3 pennies. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
But the correlation.
Quite a move. Right.
It is. And I think what's going to happen, it seems that I think all traders are going to start understanding currencies more. And in fact, you almost have to. Do you know what I'm saying? To figure out how these things are moving. Because I think if we put that in a basis of dollars, well, I can put it when you get back, it probably hasn't even moved. Do you know what I mean?
Right, right.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. And, of course, we'll finish up this hour. Then we're going to go on to Fast Market with TD Ameritrade. Our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials up 254, Nasdaq is up 46, S&Ps are up 20, and good old Facebook, Tom. The bottom line is that they seem to have problems one day after another.
Yep.
Pretty amazing.
And I saw, as a user, I saw that notification. So I can't remember where I logged in, where I saw it. I logged into Facebook. It gave me some notification that there had been a breach. It had to do with it had to do with tokens, which I'm familiar with tokens because they're just TFNN. They're kind of a way of passing along credentials without the user needing to enter those credentials again.
Okay.
And that those tokens had, and I wish I had the exact verbiage, but it had something where those tokens had been either accessed by other users, manipulated in some capacity, and it kind of gave like a very ambiguous ending that we're not sure of the scope of this. We're not sure of this. We're looking into it, but we wanted to let you know.
It was like 50 million accounts, right?
Oh, I'm sure. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe it was more. I mean, maybe I was affected. Maybe they sent it to everybody. I mean, it's to the point where I kind of saw it and I kind of snickered. To said, man, Facebook, it's never ending, and then moved on. But yeah, that could really be pretty. It could be larger than people realize too, because what happens is that people use Facebook to log into a variety of different apps and websites, right?
Okay.
So if they access what it is, it's your token, right?
Yeah.
They can then access not just Facebook, but everything you're using Facebook to log into.
And so just because they fixed it doesn't mean that someone has all that info, right?
I'm not sure, but it also means that, well, you got your Facebook account hacked, but guess what? Then they got into 5 other sites you use and all your info there because of Facebook's breach.
Unreal. Folks, stay right there, folks. We got a fast market coming up. TD Ameritrade. I'm man Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Go get them, folks. Wow.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.